Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy JD and I'm back with another video. I just have on the top below, y'all. This is the long awaited mental health update. Y'all know it's been a minute since I gave y'all one. And it's been some really good reasons why I haven't gave y'all one in a while. Like I've been going through shit. Like life been lifing right now. You know what I mean? So I was like, let me get back up on here and give y'all update because I know y'all been missing it. And we debrief and we talk about things. So before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share channel with your friends, your family, guys. And also, hey, if this is your first time seeing me, hello, my name is JD. We are authentic selves over here. We have a good time. We have a good laugh. And we just have great personalities over here. So if you want to join the Ace Mob, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can tune into that. And make sure you turn on the notification bell, guys. But let's get straight up into this because it's been a minute. A lot has went on. Let's just start from the beginning. So from the last mental health update, I told you guys I was working on, establishing healthy boundaries and stuff like that. And also, establishing healthy boundaries so that I can have a great, healthy relationship moving forward in the future when I'm ready to settle down and have kids and, stuff like that. So just some of the things that, are around me or whatever are not such a big issue. Like I'm setting it into play right now so that later down the line, everything will be great. So it was going good and everything for a minute, but then a lot of things, kind of took for the turn. Like, when you're on your healing journey, sometimes there's going to be a lot of people that's going to stir you away from that. Like, you're trying to set healthy boundaries that might make you feel bad for you setting those healthy boundaries. I understand that this is how we used to interact, or this is how we used to do anything, But you just gotta learn that, some people are just not meant to stay there for the long ride. Some people are just supposed to be there for the short time. And then there's people that's supposed to be there for a long time, but sometimes you guys just need a break. Y'all just need a break. Y'all both go do what y'all do. And then later down the line, y'all can come back together and, maybe it'll work or whatever. But I've been really working on just being okay with not talking to certain people anymore. Being okay with just, spending time with myself, loving myself, stuff like that. Because a lot of people will be like, oh, I don't like being by myself. I don't like, staying in the house doing X, Y, and Z. I love being by myself. I love being in the house. I'm not really a social person for real. So that's why it's like, if I was to find a relationship, I don't know where I would find a relationship because it's like I stay in the house 24/7. Like if I'm not going to work, I'm in the house. Like I don't really go any place for real. So it's like, where's you going to meet this person at? Like I don't know if I told y'all about this like a while ago, but I had a dream of my wife and my kids, and I saw what my wife looked like, and I saw what my kids looked like, and I just don't know where I'm going to meet this person at because I saw what she looks like. Like, I know what she looks like in a dream. Like, I saw her face, facial features. I know she was light-skinned. And so it was two different dreams. One of them was light-skinned, one of them was brown-skinned. I really don't know which one it's going to be. But I know that I saw them at this corner store. But mind you, I don't live over there anymore. So it's like, I don't know where I'll see this person at. Like, maybe the dream was a metaphor for something else. But I've been trying to be a little bit more social and trying to go out a little bit more because I know that I'm not gonna meet anybody staying in the house all the time. I'm not gonna meet anybody not being social. I just have to get a little bit more out of my comfort zone and try to, reach out, because I had to come to the conclusion it's not really that I just don't be looking. It's just that I don't be out, so people don't be really seeing me for real. And then when I do be out, sometimes I just don't want. I got that face or that energy where it's like, don't walk up to me. I don't really give that a very much approachable energy. So I had to work on that also. And I'm just learning myself. I've learned myself for the last year and a half or something like that since I've been, out of the whole relationship thing. And it's been a great time. I'm not gonna tell you that it has not been lonely and you don't get your days where it's like, fuck it, I wanna call up a sneaky link or I wanna call up blah 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 and tell them to come over or some shit like that. You do have those days, but it's like you gotta learn how to get through that, and you gotta learn that not everything is meant to be, Sometimes you gotta let shit go. And you gotta be okay with just, it never being what you wanted it to be, or it being something that just disappointed you or something, Like, you gotta be okay with that. And being like being an antisocial person, and also the whole bisexual thing, it really gives you a whole like negative markers for that, because not a lot of, and my type is a black woman. I want to date a black woman. I don't want to date outside my race. And yes, you might try to say I'm racist, but I call it preference. And not a lot of black women, like, not to do that, but a lot of black women are okay with being like talking to or dating a bisexual man. So it's on top of that, it's a little bit more harder to find somebody. But I know eventually I'll find that person. But like, if you watching the video right now, you can always let me know in the comments. You can add me on Instagram, Facebook, or anything. Hit the line, child. But I'm just, I'm open to anything at this point. I had to learn to not how I used to do my trials, baby, my 7-day trials. I don't do those no more. I give people chances. I'm really working on myself and trying to be more available for people, because sometimes one little red flag pop up and then poof, I'm ready to go. So I had to learn, it's patience. And sometimes you want to rush it. You want it to come right now. And you crying and you pleading like it needs to be here now. But like, everything takes time, and it's going to come full circle when it finally does come. So you got to be okay with, the wait, for real. And then just like y'all being a young adult now, like when we were kids, like when our generation was kids, and we used to be like 12, 13. We tell us, yeah, we can't wait to be adults. We can't wait to be in our own apartment, da-da-da. Like, now when apartments was like $400 or $500. Now you pay like, what, for one bedroom, sometimes $2,500. And it's just crazy. Like, just paying bills is so crazy. Like, having to make sure you pay your rent, your RG&E. You got to make sure then on top of that, you got to pay for groceries. It's just a lot of shit. And I could understand why like, when my mom used to come home from work and she used to just be pissed. Like, I understand why you got an attitude, because it's like, I just got off of work and then I'm coming home to these badass kids. Like, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that she did, you know what I mean? That's, for her. But when I get home from work, I be tired. I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm glad that I have my own apartment and my own space. So when I get off of work, I can just not speak to anybody. I can chill out, relax. But it's still like the whole point of making sure you paying the bills on time. Because if you miss a payment date, baby, trying to catch back up is a thing in itself, child. When I tell you trying to make sure you catch back up on them bills, that ain't no joke. You be stressed the fuck out, ready to pull your hair out in this motherfucker. Like, I mean, like, I had like the general skills to make sure like I'm managing shit and stuff like that, because my mom taught me those things. But it's just like, actually, from being shown how to do it to actually having to do it like in real time, that shit is a different level. Like, you got to make sure you paying that rent, paying the RG&E. Then you got your car insurance, you got car bill, car payment, you got fucking phone bill. Just all them bills adding up. And then on top of that, it's not helping that your job ain't giving you that much hours. It's just you got to calculate your paycheck every week. And then it's like, you can't go out to do nothing for yourself at all. You can't even motherfucking buy yourself a nice motherfucking dinner without thinking, damn, I should have paid this bill, Wi-Fi bill. So something is always motherfucking due. And I get why this shit is so stressed out. Like, if I can have one wish, I'll go back to being a kid, don't have to pay no motherfucking bills. Because this shit is stressful. And just having to, realizing that you really have to do this shit just to stay, like, in a safe environment, to make sure you have a roof over here, to make sure you got lights, to make sure you got urgent need, to make sure you got, food in your motherfucking stomach and your house. Like, it's just a lot. And the shit is stressful, and I understand why people be snapping, and I understand why, how stressful. Like, bitches can be depressed, and this bitch, you still gotta get up and do what the fuck you gotta do, because if you don't, you're not gonna have no roof over your head. You're not gonna have no way to cook your food, no way to, charge your phone, watch TV, do anything. Like, I don't even remember what's the last thing I did for myself, for real, and then let's not talk about furnishing in the apartment. Like, having to make sure you get a bed. Well, I had most of my stuff, but not really. Like, I already had my bed, I already had my dresser, I already had my TV. I still had to buy a couch. I still had to buy, like, the little nightstand tables for the living room, putting stuff on the wall, buying chairs, like, dishes. Like, it's a lot of shit that go into that. And I was prepared a little bit, but I wasn't, like, fully prepared for it. To the point it was like, damn, like, I really got to get all this shit. And then it felt like everything just kept piling on. It's like, damn, since I turned 18 and graduated, ain't shit been fucking funny. Like, these bills keep just piling up. They coming after each other one by one. And it's like, damn, I'm finna go on a run. Because, bitch, why are all of these bills chasing me? Somebody need to come over here and pay at least a bill or two. Like, something. Because I'm tired of doing this shit by myself. And I understand, like, as a man in this society, we have to, be the caretaker and pay the bills and shit like that. But, like, when we get in a relationship, babe, we going 50-50, because I'm tired of paying these fucking bills. And you telling me I'm with somebody else and they not paying nothing? Nah, I don't think. I get the old-fashioned shit, but we gonna throw that shit out the door. Baby, it's 2025, and yeah, we gotta be doing better at this point, because I don't know. But, like, I salute all the young adults, or the adults, period, that's paying their motherfucking bills on time, because it's stressful. And having money management is stressful. And then you have to make something little out of nothing, because the job don't give a fuck that you gotta pay bills. They gonna cut your hours and won't give two fucks. They don't care that you don't got enough to pay your urgent. They don't care that you don't got enough to pay your rent. But they want you to show up for them 2 or 3 days that they schedule you, though. Baby, that ain't gonna do shit for me, but piss me the fuck off. So, y'all, it's just we gotta navigate through life. Nobody really gave us a structure manual, so we gotta really figure this shit out. But I feel like, I'm starting to get it back on track, and get it all together. Still juggling all the bills, but something gotta give. Something gotta give, because I'm tired. I'm only 22 years old. I'll be 23 this year, and it's like, goddamn. Hold on, for one, I'm getting a little too old, damn, and for two, baby, these bills keep coming and coming and coming. And it's like, every time you pay one bill, the next bill up. And it's like, damn, can I get a break? Can I get a week or 2 or 3 week off? Can I apply for some paid time off? Something. Like, because it's not giving anymore. Like, I don't like this shit. But I guess it's good, because you got your own freedom. You can do what you want to do. But it's like, bitch, you still got to pay bills. So it's like, you want to pay your own bills, or you want to be able to do what you want to do? Which one is it? You want to have your own space. You want to be in peace and quiet. You really got to pick the lesser of the evils, and, calculate some shit up, y'all. But I don't know. We don't know how life is going to go. But all I know is that shit is stressful. And we just got to figure it out. My coping mechanism is, getting up here, recording, making videos, editing. And, I do smoke a little bit. But everybody got to figure out how to cope with that, because, it's stressful shit. Making sure you got to pay your bills every day is stressful. Making sure you got a roof over your head, food in your pocket. I mean, food in your stomach. It's just not it. Like, when I was born, I don't think I signed up for this. You know, I don't know who signed me up for this adult contract, but baby, I need to get up out of that. You know, that need to be voided because I can't do this shit no more. But yo, thank you for listening to my little mental health update, and I hope you guys are doing good. Also, let me know in the comments if this video helped you out or anything. Let me know in the comments how you guys are doing. Where are you guys doing at right now? You know, where's your mental state? What are you struggling with? Are you struggling with anything? Are you going through anything? Let me know. This is a safe space here. But y'all, this is going to be it for this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, guys. And also, make sure y'all tune into the Unscripted and Unbothered podcast dropping very soon. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, Ace Mom.